girl calling the Steve Wilkos show, Chrisean, Rock, and Blueface. And I told my wife about it, and she gave it to one of our producers who I guess is working on it, trying to get these people. And it's still just blowing up, blowing up, blowing up.
Leave me alone. Yeah, y'all, we all sound alike. My family, we sound alike. So if anybody impersonating me, just know I'm with my pops. I'm back home. And I'm not in no basic neighborhood, yo. I'm in Calabasas in Baltimore. I ain't gonna hold you. I would flip the camera and show you what house I live in, but it's none of y'all business. You don't know how many labels or rich people bigger than me reaching out to me right now just to go up against what's going on with me with my baby father and stuff. I'm not doing that.
Come on, Blaze.
It's the beef for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Voodoo Doll TV, back with a quick little jokes or whatever the case may be. And we are here for another episode of the shenanigans down here at the circus of Blueface and Chrisean. And things really just took an interesting turn because as you can see in the intro, Steve Wilkos has offered to give Chrisean Jr. and Chrisean Sr. a paternity test for Blueface so that we can put this whole paternity thing to rest. Now, some of you guys in the audience who have not been following the circus are probably lost, and I'm going to get into what we're going to talk about. But before I do that, I need you guys to do me a quick favor. First of all, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also hit that notification bell so you'll know when I go live and or upload new content. Make sure you guys leave a comment down in the comment section because I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. So now let's get into what we're doing here and why we are here today at the circus. So in case you guys have not been knowing what's going on, Chrisean Rock Sr. has been going around ever since she was pregnant, telling everybody that Chrisean Jr. belongs to Blueface. Now in a normal world, nobody would question this because Chrisean and Blueface have been together for a long time. But the fact of the matter is, Chrisean has not been faithful to Blueface, and people who have really followed this story knows this. So Chrisean going around saying that Blueface is the father, having Chrisean Jr. meet Karlissa, and then Karlissa going back and forth on the internet saying he is hers and he's not. It kind of makes sense because there was always question from the very beginning about paternity of Chrisean Jr. Mind you, Chrisean Jr. is an innocent child and doesn't deserve any of this. However, unfortunately, he was born to a mother who's very deceiving, conniving, and cunning, and you can't trust nothing she says because Blueface has said on many occasions in the past that she was a cheater and he didn't know if the baby was his. So when you fast forward to 2025, 2 years after Junior is born, this would answer why some people are saying that there could be questions around the paternity for Junior. It's because this has been a question up for discussion since he's been here. Honestly, before he's even come here. As a matter of fact, I have an old throwback video of Blueface actually doing an interview where he's saying out of his own mouth he believes the baby doesn't belong to him. He says he actually believes the baby belongs to Ronnie. And Ronnie is the person we believe at the dollhouse is Junior's father. Y'all, check out this clip.
Shit, I thought it was gonna be like, yes, no.
No, I mean...
Don't be looking at me like that.
I feel like this part... What I'm trying to read it. As the biological father of the fetus.
Let me hear the father. Let me hear the father. Let me hear the father.
I think the baby looks like him. Okay. Honestly.
You don't think the baby looks nothing like you at all?
What you think?
Man, hey, man, I ain't really looked at the baby like that, like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to take your word.
I got kids already, so it's like, you know, I'm expecting something. Okay. But it's scientifically proven. It's not my child. Okay. Swabbed them. Yeah, swabbed them. I got paid to do that first little issue, so if y'all not paying me, if somebody want to give me $100,000 to post a DNA test, shoot it.
So y'all saw that little clip. The first clip was from the show Crazy in Love, and this is when Chrisean was about 5 months pregnant and she did a paternity test, and it came out, according to Zeus, that the test said Blueface was the father. But then shortly after that, Blueface did a whole bunch of PR, a whole bunch of doggone interviews, and he had told anybody and everybody with the ear that not only was the baby not his, he even said that he believed the baby belongs to Ronnie. Now, for those of you who don't know who Ronnie is the guy who Chrisean was with since she was a kid, all the way back to high school. They dated even through the relationship with Blueface, and Ronnie had also alleged that not only was he there at the hospital when Chrisean had Junior, that he was also there when she conceived him. I have a couple of clips from Ronnie Doe. He ended up losing his life, unfortunately. Some people speculate Chrisean may have something to do with that, and it's simply because this young man was very adamant about not only being Junior's father, but wanting to get paternity established. He went down to the courthouse. He did everything that he could to have Junior tested, but unfortunately, right before his court date, his life was taken. Now, rest in peace to Ronnie Doe. I want to give you guys a few clips of Ronnie and what he was saying when he was here, and just pay attention to the striking resemblance in the features of the face, and also pay attention to how much he actually cared when he spoke on Junior. Y'all, check this out.
He was born in Baltimore. I was with Chrisean when her water broke. You get what I'm saying? So I seen him. Yeah, I seen. I'm telling you too much. I'm telling you too much. Long story short, I seen baby boy when he came out the hospital.
So we're at the hospital when she had the baby?
Next question.
No, I need to know that.
Next question.
I want to know. Please.
Next question. I'm gonna just say I know who cut the umbilical cord.
You feel like
I want to make sure that Chrisean, Eugenia, Malone hears me loud and clear. Make this easier for me and make this easier for yourself by doing the right thing. You may be going through postpartum right now. You may be going through the mental baggage of being a mother and not having a good role model of a mother. You need someone that will hold you accountable and that will help Junior get the proper care that he needs. At the end of the day, I have right here, he's telling me to wake up because I'm in bed with his sister. He's telling me to wake up. Why? Because the camera guy needs Sean at Tessa's at 2:30. Yet, y'all want to tell me I'm clout chasing and I'm lying. One thing for sure, two things for certain. I was knocking down Chrisean in December 2022. I was knocking down Chrisean in January 2023. Chrisean Jesus Porter was born September 3rd, 2023. So
Yeah,
I
he
don't see.
he was a mature baby too.
And he was born prematurely. The Zeus order DNA test states that in order for Chrisean Jesus Porter to be born on the date that he was born, he had to be conceived in late December of 2022 to early January of 2023. I got concrete evidence right here for y'all. All I want y'all to do is hold people accountable so that Chrisean Jesus Porter can have the life that he deserves and the father that he deserves. All I'm saying is I think that what happened was Blue told her to go get an abortion. In the process of her going to abort his baby, she got pregnant with mine. And that's why she's scared to do a DNA test. drops mic.
Yeah, if it really wasn't an issue, she would just go ahead and just do the test. Like,
I got
So that was Ronnie, and as you can see, he had proof, receipts, and everything else to show that he's a possible candidate for father of Chrisean Jr. But Chrisean Sr. had been going around just pinning the baby on Blueface, completely disregarding this young man and his request for paternity. Now, what sucks about this, like I said, is Ronnie unfortunately lost his life, and who knows if we will ever know. But the fact that Steve Wilkos has reached out because someone jumped down in his comments and brought up Chrisean, it may be a sign from heaven, maybe a sign from God or the divine that we might get some answers for this paternity, because we know Steve Wilkos been doing this for years. He has his own show where he's been providing paternity for girls and boys all around America, some even the world maybe, I don't know. But either way, he's the right person to call, and the fact that he answered that call, I'm telling you y'all, it's gotta be something to this. Now, this is where Chrisean's dilemma is going to come in. Chrisean has been using this whole storyline for her life for clout. Basically, it's Blueface being the father of Chrisean Jr. and that she's just this downtrodden baby mother trying to live and make it on her own as a single mother. But what happens if that storyline goes kaput? What happens if it gets out that Blueface actually is not the father of this baby? And as a matter of fact, everybody was in on it in the circus and we've all gotten played. That would take a lot of money out of a lot of people's pockets. And I believe that that's why Chrisean fights so hard for this paternity not to get out. Now, don't get me wrong. I do understand that Chrisean's entire career hinges on this whole drama, because without this, she literally has nothing, almost like her pockets. But ultimately, she knows that without this storyline, she goes back to nothing, back to Baltimore or whatever slum she come from, and her and Junior is going to have to figure it out. So what she's doing, in my opinion, is trying to hold on to this storyline as much as she can and hold on to the fact that Junior belongs to Blue so that we can all buy it, so that we can continue to partake in the circus. But like I said, every time I talk about it, it's going to either be pertaining to Junior or Ronnie included. It's never going to be only about her, because that's what she wants. She wants everybody to talk about Chrisean, Chrisean, Chrisean. But once she realizes the energy is shifting to the people that matter, like Ronnie and Chrisean Jr., I think she might crash out. But either way, we're here now. Steve Wilkos want to do a paternity test, and I am here for it. Now, according to what you heard in the intro, Chrisean was not happy when she heard Steve Wilkos say that he wanted to reach out to her for a test. She's even denying the fact that she even reached out for it. She's claiming it could be one of her sisters or anybody who sounds just like her, that she would never do it. But let me say this, baby. Chrisean, I want to tell y'all, but I'm going to tell y'all. Baby, Chrisean is broke. She don't have no income. Where she work at? What kind of gigs do she have? It would make sense that she's running around here trying to get Steve to get her on the show in hopes that Blue wouldn't bite so she can get a little coin. I'm telling you, this makes sense. But the thing is, she don't think smart enough and long enough to realize that we might really find out the truth about this paternity. And remember, just because Ronnie isn't here doesn't mean we can't find out if he's the father. You know, we can find out by process of elimination, i.e. Blueface. I mean, I don't know. That's my theory on this whole thing, but y'all know I'm a conspiracy theorist. I just know it's more to meet with the eye with this situation, and I'm going to keep my eye on it and on Rockhead, because you got to watch her. She's slippery. You know what I'm saying? At any rate, Chrisean Jr. is the person in question here, and he is the one who needs to know who his father is, because it is imperative that we know. First of all, I feel like Karlissa and Blueface's family uses him for clout. I believe that they know good and well that this baby isn't theirs, but they see an opportunity to make money, and I believe that they are so money hungry, they'll just go with the move. That's what I believe. I could be wrong, but that's what I believe in my heart of hearts. And the unfortunate part about it is the only person that suffers here is Chrisean Jr., who in my opinion looks just like Ronnie Doe. And mind you, Ronnie alleges that he was in the hospital when Junior was born. Now, I know about Chrisean and this camera skill and this camera thing. If he was there, she would definitely make sure that he's not in the camera shot, but she would definitely want to be live so that we all see what was going on. So it's possible that he was there. It's possible that he cut the umbilical cord. All of this is possible because Chrisean is a pathological liar and not to be believed about anything. Plus, Blueface has said out of his own mouth that he don't believe the baby belonged to him as well. And the worst part, like I said, is Paul Jr. gets stuck. We don't know who the daddy is. But we gonna find out, cause see you little devil, the Most High gonna tell us what's going on. I said what I said. Look at him, he's so precious. He deserves to know who his daddy is. Like I say, I believe it's Ronnie. I don't care about what y'all see. I believe Ronnie Doe is this young boy's father. Neither here nor there. I want to get into the live stream or the response that Chrisean gave once she heard Steve Wilkos come out and say that he wanted to offer the paternity test. So legend has it that Steve Wilkos was minding his business doing a live stream or something, and someone brought up Chrisean and her son and asked him to do a paternity test. And he says when he reached out to Chrisean, he says that she was trying to work it out with the people. Now, I'm not sure if Chrisean even did it. It's possible. However, maybe if she did do it, she didn't think that it would go viral, or maybe Steve would even come on the internet to say anything. Because as soon as Steve Wilkos came on the internet and mentioned Chrisean Rock, his numbers went up, his DMs went crazy. He had to go find people to find this girl, and she immediately responded with a bunch of lies and also saying that she never reached out to Steve Wilkos. Now, the funny thing about one of the things Chrisean talked about in this live was saying that she moved back to Baltimore in a very rich neighborhood, but then she also spoke about how she's buying acres of land and that she's doing X, Y, Z in third and the fourth and the fifth. Y'all, Chrisean is such a pathological liar. This is the same girl who told y'all a couple of years ago that she bought a whole island. Check this out.
I gotta tell you something, y'all. I just bought an island. But it's not the Blue Rock Island no more. Guess what it's called? Chrisean.
Oh, yeah. So as you can see, if you are new to the party, welcome to the party and the circus. You are late. Chrisean always get on this internet and say she done bought something with no money. I'm not buying Chrisean, and Chrisean ain't buying no land. Either way, she said all kind of craziness. Karlissa responded to Steve and said Steve was clout chasing. Chrisean said he clout chasing. And all I'm saying is we gonna get the paternity test? Because, I mean, that's what we need to know. And honestly, do I believe she's going to give Steve that test? No, not a real one. She'll try to finesse something that they can do for the internet, but a real test? Nah. Nevertheless, I'm going to let the live play where Steve Wilkos is saying he wants to offer Chrisean and Blueface a paternity test. And then I'm also going to play Chrisean's response. And after that, I'll let you see what TikTok has to say about this. But I'm more interested in what you got to say. Drop down in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, follow me on all platforms, and I'll catch y'all hoes on the next one, girl. Bye.
This girl calling the Steve Wilkos show, Chrisean Rock and Blueface, and she got the recording when you call our show, and she was leaving a message, and she was like, you got to have him on your show. And I responded to the comment, I don't know who these people are. And I've never left a comment on anything where I got just unbelievable response. I told my wife about it, and she gave it to one of our producers who I guess is working on it, trying to get these people. And it's still just blowing up. I should probably Google it and look it up, but I think it's insane. I got, maybe somebody out there can explain to me what the hell is going on with this Chrisean and Blueface. I have no idea, but I would like to know.
This is for Steve Wilkos, bro. I did not call you. I got 12 siblings. I don't talk to not one sibling but Petey, my little brother. Nobody called you. Okay, that's one. Two, we know who baby this is. Okay? It's Jonathan's Porters. 3, I'm not in Baltimore, right? Yeah, y'all, we all sound alike. My family, we sound alike. So if anybody impersonating me, just know I'm with my pops. I'm back home. I'm with my dad. I do gospel music. I left LA for good, bro. So, for everybody that's trying to stir me up and get me out my body right now, I need y'all to just focus on yourself and stop putting me into things that have nothing to do with me, bro. Me and my son is good, okay? All right. I don't communicate to that whole side. I cut off all negativity so me and my son can thrive and be the best what we can be. You want to tell him? You want to tell him? Everybody that keep trying to get something out of me, no. If you want to see me, come to Baltimore on my turf where I'm safe at. I'm not going out there in LA unless I get paid. And I'm right back in Baltimore. I just bought acres of land. I'm building a foundation, a compound. I'm getting married. It's so much things that I've been working on behind the scenes with God. I'm just going to allow him to just bless it, sanctify it, and that's it. I'm out the way on purpose, bro. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't even know the half. And I feel like that's the thing. Y'all don't know too much, so y'all trying to get me on here to talk too much. I'm not very talky, y'all, but I had to check Steve. Steve, I watched his show since I was a kid, bro. I look at you like you got me through my childhood. Your shows used to come on the TV and we didn't have cable. That's how I know. That's how, Steve, I grew up with you, Steve, and I like how you used to stand up for people when they used to play with you, or play with other women. You tell them, get off your stage. You feel me? Steve, if me and Blue come on the stage with him, you gonna fight that nigga. You stand. I put people back in position to win. And y'all can't take my name from me. Sorry, I'm who I am. You feel me? But I'm quiet for a reason, right? I'm in Baltimore for a reason. And I'm not in no basic neighborhood, yo. I'm in Calabasas in Baltimore. I ain't gonna hold you. I would flip the camera and show you what house I live in, but it's none of y'all business. Real stuff. Real stuff. You don't know how many labels or rich people bigger than me reaching out to me right now just to go up against what's going on with me with my baby father and stuff. I'm not doing that. I did Mr. Take Your. I did that. I did the disc before. I did that. We did all that already, yo. I'm happy where I'm at. I'm happy with who I'm with. I love my son. I'm going to protect my son. I got stomped out in his kitchen. That's the last time me and my son is ever going to be around that, in Jesus' name. I'm not playing with nobody. I'm not doing no co-parenting if my life is on the line. And if we are co-parenting, I'm bringing my brother or my boyfriend, nigga. I'm not doing nothing alone. I'm not going nowhere by myself. That's dead. That's dead. That's dead. Blueface will be in jail right now if I didn't do that. I didn't call no cops on him. I didn't show him my bruises or none of that. My arm still is clearing up on my arm. It's clearing up. It was purple, red, and orange. So I'm just saying what I'm saying. I'm saying all of this, bro. Something that's always pulling you back in through money, through your kid, through everything that's the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? You said, so why are you showing now? Because this is what I'm dealing with now. I'm dealing with healing, bro. I can't co-parent with somebody that's mentally ill. I'm just saying, I don't need nobody for nothing. I give you my last before I ask you for $1. Straight up. That's the type of loyalty I have to being a real person. God done blessed me with another chance at love, another chance at life, another chance, for real. And I don't want to throw it away for nobody or anything, not for no clout. So, you know what I'm saying? I got on this live because there's too much going on. A girl calling me out for 500,000 but couldn't beat Biggie on back like it's a lot of foolery going on for clicks, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool. I get it. I get it. I'm the meal ticket. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. I'm the meal ticket. I get it. I got it. And that's the other thing. You know, I'm going to keep it real with y'all, yo. I'm going to keep it real with y'all, yo. This is my last time addressing anything, bro. Anything of that side over there. Anything of that side over there. Whatever. I'm not beefing with anyone. I'm not attaching myself with anybody that's over there. And I just need y'all to just respect my space. When y'all got the white man involved, that's when I had to respond. I'm just saying, when Steve Wilkos said that someone called you, it was a weird sibling of mine pretending to be me, to be funny. It's not even cool. It's not even, Steve Wilkos, if we do a show, you might as well do the whole family. The Malones. The Malones need clarity of what's going on and who is who and what is what. Lie detector. I'd rather do that based on my family than keep playing with spoiled milk. And everybody that keeps saying I never fought my sister on that, I never fought my sister. I didn't fight my sister. I grabbed her up by her sports bra and said, I love you, my nigga. Why are we fighting on television? And they ain't even paying us enough. They getting billions of dollars when we can get a pay-per-view fight orchestrated. What are you doing? And that's what I'm saying. This boss body, man, orchestrated. What are you doing? And that's what I'm saying. This boss body, man, God forgive me. This girl over here thinking like, I'm finna do a fight with her before I do one with my sister. Girl, I'm not getting money with you. Everybody wants some weird behavior for clout. Just watch the behavior. I don't care for the hate train. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see how I unfollowed everybody because I don't know what anybody on. Everybody doing click farming and stuff. But want to be my industry friends. Like, I'm not cool with nobody. I'm not cool with nobody, bro. I'm not cool with nobody. Everybody's there for themselves, and that's fine. I had to leave LA, get rid of the friends that I had because they was never friends. And, yeah, I'm who I am. So, that's what it is. I'm not doing nothing no more for clout. I'm not doing nothing no more for money. I'm not doing none of that. I don't want to be in that territory, that lane no more. I just want to follow Jesus Christ and y'all just see the pivot and the transformation and the glory to glory to glory to glory. And I just want to use my platform to heal others. Like, I want to use my gift to heal others. I want to make music that's going to heal people from their trials and tribulations and their trauma, their inner trauma. I want to show them better than I can tell them that Jesus is real, and that's the only way and the truth and the light. Just real, and that's the only way and the truth and the light. Just for real. Because at the end of the day, yeah, we all human. Yeah, I'm not perfect, but you don't have to be religious. All you have to do is have a relationship with your creator. For real. So, everybody that keep, talking about my son and Baby girl, I don't care. We can click your page. You is nobody but an angry monkey behind a fucking keyboard popping it. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead. I don't care what y'all got to say. The only reason why I'm responding, because Steve Wilkos, a man that I grew up with, like, you don't even know. He's on a channel with no cable. The hood can watch Steve Wilkos. I love Steve Wilkos. But don't bring Steve Wilkos into something that's trying to kill me. Now Steve Wilkos is jumping on that DNA train. Man, Steve, hit me up. We can work something out on some other tip, on some positive stuff, bro. Because I'm be honest, Steve, I've been wanting to talk to you. And it had nothing to do with what I'm going through now. That got nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, you know, that's all I got to say. But anyway, I'm only responding to Steve Wilkos. I addressed everything that I've been ignoring. And I like to just stay in this space I'm in. I'm happy. I'm set apart. And I want to stay that way. I love everybody. Shout out to Steve Wilkos, because this was really for you. But
why would Blue can afford his own DNA test? Why would he play with Steve? Steve is using Blue for clout. Y'all don't make, that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Y'all brains is eating itself alive. Look at them. They don't even care that we see them talking about Blue is not doing nothing else with Chrisean. Okay? That's done, that's over. He's moved on, he's moving up, he's doing his thing. Chrisean got her stuff. Y'all go watch her stuff. They stuff is separate now. He will not be going on no goddamn Steve Wilkins. He could pay for 10 DNA tests if he wants to. Leave us alone about that. God damn. They want my son to be so to go on Steve Wilkins. Like, come on now. Jerry Springer is gone.
Sean went live to address Steve Wilkos, basically wanting her on the show for the DNA test of Chrisean. Basically just went on there to say that everybody know who the daddy, everybody trying to clout chase off her. You know her regularly. She then went on to say that she would be more interested in Steve Wilkos basically doing her family a show like the Malones. Sean said that she just bought some land and that she building a compound on it. He also said that she will not be coming around Blueface, his family, or none of their antics no more unless she coming with her boyfriend or her brother. Granted, if you never planned on getting back with Blueface anyway, that should have been your mindset when he first came home, because you claimed you didn't want to be with him anyway, but instead you was at the studio kissing all on him and shit, thinking that y'all was back wrapped tight. Chrisean said that Baltimore is where she feels safe at. She said that's where she'll be because she ain't coming to LA no more. What really blew me is when she first started the live and she called herself checking Steve. She was like, Steve, I did not call you, nigga. My family trying to clout chase and I don't fuck with my family and da-da-da. But Steve never said that Chrisean reached out to him. He literally said a random girl made a video about it, and after that he commented on the video. The comment ended up getting so much motherfucking like reactions and shit like that he ended up having his production team actually reach out to try to get the show going. He never said that you reached out.
Now, happy Veterans Day to everybody but Chrisean, because Steve Wilkos is on your neck. Now, shout out to the nosy bystander who sent me the screenshot. They didn't bring it with the original video, but just this screenshot, and we're going to get into the details of it in a bit. Now, whomever's video was posted, Steve Wilkos found himself in the comments and said, just so everyone knows, my producers are trying to get this story. Now, I did a little bit of backtracking, and at the very top of this video, you can see somebody saying something in regards to Blueface and Chrisean. Now, a couple of days ago, we had posted that Karlissa Chrisean's would-be mother-in-law, had she married Blueface, had asked and stated that she did get DNA from Chrisean Rock Jr. and she does want a DNA test. Now, fast forward to this morning because Chrisean took to live stream, and here's what she had to say to Steve Wilkos.
this is for Steve Wilkos, bro. I did not call you. I got 12 siblings. I don't talk to not one sibling but Petey, my little brother. Nobody called you, sir. We all sound alike. Nobody called you, sir. That's one. Okay, that's one. Two, we know who baby this is. Okay? It's Jonathan's Porters. 3, I don't know what's going on with everybody. It's 21,000 people in my life. I don't even know what's going on right now. Leave me alone. I'm not in Baltimore, right? Yeah, y'all, we all sound alike. My family, we sound alike. So if anybody impersonating me, just know I'm with my pops. The thing, y'all don't know too much, so y'all trying to get me on here to talk too much. I'm not very talk to y'all, but I had to check Steve. Steve, I watched his show since I was a kid, bro. I look at you like you got me through my childhood. Your shows used to come on the TV and we didn't have cable. That's how I know. That's how, Steve. I grew up with you, Steve, and I like how you used to stand up for people when they used to play with you.
Now, I'm not entirely sure if Steve heard the message from Chrisean, but I'm sure he has now. And if he makes any updates in regards to the story, doing the DNA test for Chrisean Rock Jr. and Blueface, I'll keep you guys posted.
So apparently somebody called into Steve Wilkos' show and said that he needs to have Chrisean and Blueface on his show to do a paternity test. And Chrisean is tight. She says Steve Wilkos is looking for clout, using her name for clout. And she don't want nothing to do with it. She don't want nothing to do with none of those people. That she moving back to Baltimore. She got some land. She getting married. Who's she getting married to? Wasn't she just in Blueface face? But anyway, apparently Steve Wilkos is looking for clout, and Steve Wilkos is going to say, oh, I don't even know these people. I responded to the girl and said, I don't know who these people are, and everybody was commenting under the post. He said the post is blowing up because everybody knows who they are, and he still don't know who they are. So he gave it to his wife, and his wife gave it to the producers, and the producers are trying to get in contact with Blueface and Chrisean. And honestly, I think Steve Wilkos could get them right. If y'all are familiar with the Steve Wilkos show, that man, he's stern, he's serious, and he don't play. And maybe he could get a paternity test, and maybe he could actually get the whole family on there, like both sides, all the families, and get them right. Nah, Blueface and Chrisean going on Steve Wilkos with the baby would be a bit too much for me. I'm not even gonna hold you.
I'm gonna kick y'all ass and put in Pop Official. You gonna be first on the list. Y'all, why this lady done hit up Steve Wilkos? She called the voicemail. She leaving Steve a voicemail like, Steve, I got the tea for you, right? Because we the people need a DNA test done. So you need to go hit up Blueface and Chrisean. Because allegedly, they saying that Ronnie is the daddy and not Blueface. I don't know. I mean, with my eyes, you know, he looked like who he looked like. But hey, who am I? That's why we need you, Steve. And so Steve come in. He like, I don't know these people, but let me get my producers on it. Then Steve went to his page. I guess he thinking about it because a lot of people was like, yeah, Steve, get on. He like, I can get this. This sound like some messy shit because y'all know Steve is messy as hell. One thing about Steve, he gonna get to the bottom of it, and he ain't gonna play with your ass not one bit. So I think this will be perfect for Steve because soon as she get that rah, get off my stage. You know how Steve do. So, Steve, if you seeing this, go ahead and work over hard to get them people on your show, okay? Because we want to know. All right.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.